How you doing? It's Colin Daniel here from riffninja.com, and welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to have a look at Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. Yeah, I know. Bob Dylan's original version was done on an acoustic guitar, also electric guitars, but there's a lot of other artists that have redone this song, so it's a worthy chord progression to take a look at, in particular the verse section. So that's what we're going to do. There's a little intro thing too. I'll mention it as a little footnote, a little bonus extra. At the very beginning, there's a C major and an F major, or a C major and a D minor seventh. Because of all the instruments playing in that track in the original, it's hard to tell whether you could use either a D minor seventh or an F major because they're relative. Your choice on that one, how you want the song to sound. But it's like this. It's a 2-bar phrase. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've added more of a strum to it. I'm doing this, but based on that beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm using a C with a G bass here. I like that extra 6th string in there for that. Personal choice again. You could play it with a D minor 7th. So this time I was just using a basic open C and then the D minor 7th. Okay, so you probably know the C, first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Second finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. And that makes a basic C chord if you play the bottom 5 strings, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, right? I had one extra thing. I moved my 3rd finger up to the 6th string, 3rd fret, and put my pinky where the 3rd finger was. And this creates a C slash chord, C slash G. And that's what I like to play in there. It's up to you what you want to do with it. There's a lot of different interpretations of this song. Green Day, David Bowie, they've all done versions of the song. There's others. Jimi Hendrix did an awesome version. Yeah. So you make a choice on the chords, but you could play with several types. That's C and D minor 7th. The D minor 7th is just your first finger barring the 1st and 2nd string on the 1st fret, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, and that gives you the triad, and then you just pluck the 4th string open D, and you have a D minor 7th. And that's played along with the C instead of an F major. Or the C and the F, which I prefer. That's for the intro. That only happens once at the beginning of the song. The most important part of this progression is the verse. It's called a chord scale. This is what we're using, is a chord scale. It goes up in scale letter name, starting from a C major. So when he starts singing the verse, it's C major, D minor, E minor, F major, and G major, in that order. So C major, that's the 1. Then D minor, then E minor, then F major, then G major. Now, if you don't know all those chords, you should. They're pretty standard chords, but I'll just go over them. I already briefly went over the C chords, so you should know that by now. The next one up is a D minor. First finger on the 1st fret, 1st string. 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And you play a D open on the 4th string, and that's a D minor. And you should know the E minor. I have, there's several ways to finger the E minor, but I'm using a 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the 5th string, and a 3rd finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string, and it's all 6 strings, right? So that one's fairly straight ahead. Now the F major is a bar. This is really the only way you can get it. You can cheat and play these more simplified versions of the F chord. Like this is F major in its full form. That's the one I'm choosing to use, the F major bar chord. It's like an E major chord moved up, right? There's F major. You can play it with the simple 2-string bar. It's like your D minor 7th, except instead of playing the D bass note, you play an F bass note using your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret for a string. I prefer to play it full bar again, which is, 1st finger barring all 6 strings, 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and pinky or 4th finger on the 3rd fret, 4th string. And that makes an F major. And then G major is standard G major, right? There's 2 types. I've mentioned it before in my lessons, but I'll mention it here for everybody's sake. This is the standard G, 1st finger, 5th string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 6th string, 3rd fret, and 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. But I like to take my 3rd finger and move it to the 2nd string and play 2nd string, 3rd fret with my 3rd finger, and 1st string, 3rd fret with my pinky. That's my favorite G. And now we just run them through. C major, D minor, and that's the first thing you need to practice to get that smooth. It's very cool. There's lots of, I've heard a lot of different versions of this song, so I'm influenced by a lot of different styles, but you could do something as simple as just strumming each chord twice. Starting from the C, because you're going in scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that first. The G is actually longer. It's like the C, the D, the E, and the F are all 2-bar or 2-beat changes. But the G is a full bar. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 1, 2. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 bars of G. So you could make this more interesting. What I like to do with it is pick the root note and then a down up strum like this. So 1, and then 1, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with the C bass, then go to the D with the D bass on the open 4th string, then the E open 6th string, then F, and then G. And then it's just a down up strum for 2 bars. So 1 and 2 and 3 and, or 1, 2 and 1, depending on how you want to count it. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Isn't that cool? See, I do a lot more with it than that, but that's where you need to get started with it. 1. We'll do it again. Here we go. If you get this, you got most of the song, believe it or not. Yeah. So after you do that twice, because that's how the verse starts, it starts by playing this run up twice, exactly what I played for you twice. C, D, E minor, F, G with the 2 bars, then do it again. C, D, E minor, F, G with the 2 bars. Now, after that, it goes to the F, and then to the G. Again, repeat that. Now the strum for this is fairly straightforward. When you start on the F, you can go hit the bass note for the 1, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and with down up strums. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Same for the G. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the middle 4 bars. It's always good to learn the song in sections. It'll make way more sense. Okay, the next section is to run back down. It reverses what you did at the beginning where you went C, D, E, F, and G. Now it's going to go back in reverse from the F to the E to the D to the C. It's going to do it again from the F to the E to the D to the C. It does that twice. So you're just repeating what you already did, just in reverse. Okay? That's the third section, right? So when you come out of this F and G, which is the middle 4 bars, 1, 2, we'll go from the F and G. As soon as you're done with the G, the second time, you have to go back down to the F and do your half bar change. Twice. Now for the final 4 bars. D minor, F major, and G for 2 bars. And last but not least, depending on what version you've listened to, the amount of times is C, F, and G is 5 times, and that would be the chorus. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so there's a rough out of the song. I wouldn't consider it totally complete yet as a study, but it's give you a very good start. And don't forget, if you like this lesson and you learned something from it, why don't you hit the like button and subscribe for some more lessons, because I got a bunch more lessons that you can check out just by subscribing. I'll send you some more. If you want, check out my riffninja.com site where we really get serious about playing the guitar. And you can also check my main channels for more songs or more YouTube lessons. And thanks a lot for your time, and hope you had a good lesson. See you later.